It's like literally in my VODs. You can check it out.
Let's see. If you could see something from viewers that would make taking care of your mental health easier as streamers, what would it be?
I think the
I would.
thing for me. Oh, sorry. I
Go ahead.
was just talking a lot. You go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead.
I think the thing for me is that a lot of the things that streamers get that is negative feedback in terms of like taking time to take care of themselves
I was gonna say
is
that.
when they take a lot of time off and they come back and their sub count or their viewer count is a lot lower. They feel like they shouldn't have taken that time off at all. And that one's really hard because a lot of people want to save their resubs for when you come back. And people have a they're uncomfortable with waiting the little bit to like have it return to how it was. And so I feel like the number one thing for me is it's harder to be it's harder to hear the positive voices because we always focus on the negative ones. One negative voice will drown out 100 positive ones. So be those 100 positive voices, right? Like if someone is taking that time off, just send a tweet, like reach out on Twitter and be like, hey, I'm like, it's really cool that you're taking this time to yourself. I'll be there when you come back. Like, thank you for setting a good example. Or just like, if you're financially able to, like one of the things that makes me feel like really good, like, and this is like, it's only if you're financially able to, but like having someone send through a tip, like even just $5 when you're not live and be like, here, I was thinking about you. Like, like, and that's like above and beyond, but that's one thing that I found like makes me feel like, okay, like, like it's okay that I'm taking this time off because like here's this person financially saying it's okay that you're taking this time off.
Yeah.
Having like, but just like that, even with like the tweet, like reaching out like that is, it's the same acknowledgement whether it's financial or not. I mean, financial speaks a little bit heavier for someone who's full time, but like you can still just like send a tweet that says like, hey, like, good on you, I am still here and I still like your shit. Or like if they have content like on YouTube, or if they're putting out content on Instagram or Twitter, responding to that is a really good way to reinforce that, hey, like I'm still here with you and and following you, and I'm still engaged with your content even though you're taking this time off, not just
Mm.
disappearing. If you really want to be a supportive, like this is from the viewer's standpoint, they ask what you can do as a viewer, and so that's what I'm giving you. um Also, like if I'm taking time off and my Discord is like a ghost town, it makes me feel really bad, like personally. Like if I have to be the one person who's always making conversations happen, I feel like I feel really good when I go back to my Discord and I've missed 200 messages because my community exists without me. There's still a community even when I'm not there. And that makes
Mm.
me feel really, really good when I take time off and I see that they're still going without me.
Right.
Um, Finding people who will support, like your subs who support each other. Like there's a lot of my subs who stream as well. And when you're not there, them being like, oh, hey, like we're all watching a CGAC right now. She's streaming, and being like, yes, like they're still all being a community and supporting each other, even though I'm not here like pushing for that to happen. That can be really feel really good, like as a broadcaster taking time off as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me mentally is just like not getting a hard time if I'm like running late, or like I have to end early, or I have to miss a day, and then I already feel bad, and then when the viewers are like giving me a hard time about it, it's kind of like oh god, like I'm sorry, but like I have this thing, I don't want to have to like explain myself, like guys, I need a break, like I'm not there, like, and then have like people like being like, oh, where were you yesterday, like, oh, you're half an hour late. It's like, I'm sorry, like you don't know what I just had a super stressful morning, like I'm just picking myself back up to stream, like you don't really know what that streamer's has going on in their life. So like, just cut up some slack. We try our best, but it's not easy to just like do like stream as much as we do and also put on like a smile and be entertaining all the time. Like sometimes you just, everyone has like their down days, and a lot of us just try to push through that. But Jessy, did you want to touch on that a little bit, or?
I think Blue pretty much covered a lot of the things that I was going to say. I mean, I'm part-time and casual. So the things that do happen where people tweet at me and saying like, hey, miss you, or they still start up conversations like, hey, did anyone see the new Star Wars? Oh, we should make a spoiler channel or whatever in Discord. Just showing that it's a community and not just a cult following of me, because I don't want that. I don't enjoy being the center of attention, but I do like being a pillar of, hey, I'm making this community of people who like this, and this. If you like these things, like discussing them, come and be a part of our community. And you don't have to be just a part of my community. There's all these cool people that I raid or I auto host during the day or I tweet out and retweet. Like, go hang out with them too. Like, I've seen plenty of times where there was like, someone who was regular for me, and then they raided with me with someone else and they never show up to my channel anymore. And I go back to that channel a few months later and they're like a mod for them, and they're like, they found their place on Twitch. And that's what I like personally. I like helping people find a community and a group of people that work for them. And that's not always going to be me, or maybe my channel changes. I used to be just a World of Warcraft streamer and just Blizzard games streamer. And so when I switched away from that and I did a bunch of variety, people didn't show up anymore. And then when I stopped doing just variety and I focused on indie games or talked about mental health, some people left and some people joined. And that's okay, because like we said before, we can't control our viewers. We can't control what they like watching, or, maybe they do like watching us, but real life got a hold of them and they need to focus on that right now. So keeping all those things in mind do help when you do have to take a break for real life or going to a convention or because you're sick and so on.
We don't have any more questions, I don't think, but if you guys have any closing